Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a bookshelf tour and I'm trying out my whole handheld thing. So if my camera's a little wobbly, I'm sorry. Before we get into today's video, please make sure that you always like and subscribe. Check my description box below for all of my links to my Patreon, my Pango Books account, all my socials, and my Bookish Box ambassador link. Now, let's get into the bookshelf tour. I am going to first start over here with all of my read books, and then we are going to move into all the unread books. All right, so as you can see, we have all of my bookshelves. So these two right here are all unread, and then the rest of these three are all of my read books. So let's start with those first. So over on this shelf, we have my Karen Marie Moning shrine, as I say. It is most of her Fever series and most of her Highlander series. This one is just an odd shape because I got it whenever it first came out, so it's not in the mass market paperbacks. And then I have my Columbine by Dave Cullen, which is a nonfiction. I just don't know where to put it. Down here, we have all of my bookmarks and a dust jacket I need to put on there. But this is my manga and graphic novel shelf. So you have Freaking Romance Volume 1, all 4 volumes of Outbride. We also have a brand new one that I got, which is Before You Discard Me. I haven't read that one yet. We have My Happy Marriage, which I think, fully caught up on. And then we have We Can't Do Just Plain Love, My Gently Raised Beast, which is a beautiful manga. And then we have Game Between the Suits, which is very graphic. So if you don't like graphic things, definitely don't read that one. And then we just have all of my saga volumes, True Beauty, Vampire Academy, Plunder World. I have a Halo comic in there. And then I think I have a Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, graphic novel. And then all of these that are in the sleeve are actually Rainbow Bright, if you can see that. So I'm a huge Rainbow Bright fan. We come down here and we have kind of just some coloring books, and then I have a book, let me see if I can get that to focus. It is called Redemption by My Boss, actually, right there on the right. And then we have Speechless, Breathless, and Restless by Ava Cates that is signed. And then my PC Cast collection here. We're not going to talk about my mess here. And then on this shelf we have my fantasy bingo books right here, so I know what I need to read. And down here we have the series that I'm doing on my Patreon, where if I don't read these 24 books in the next few months, we're just unhauling them. So you've already seen all of those. All right, so let's start with the long bookshelves of all of my books. We have my Sarah J. Maas shrine over here. I do have the Barbie cover of Sarah J. Maas's first book, Throne of Glass. All of these are the Nerdy Ink dust jackets. They have the original hardcovers underneath. And my Empire of Storms is actually signed by Sarah. So one of my prized possessions. And then down here, we have another set of hardbacks of Sarah J. Maas's original set. And then we have her Catwoman Soul Stealer in paperback and hardback. Down here, we have my A Court of Thorns and Roses dust jackets from Bookish Box. The Fairy Loot, Crescent City, and House of Sky and Breath. I just have them turned around. And then my collector's editions of A Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass back there. This is just, again, my shrine. You have Feyre and Rhys Sand, And you have Aelin and Rowan back there. Down here is another prized possession. It has my Once Upon a Broken Heart series from Fairy Loot, and then also the pre-order dust jackets. You have A Fate Inked in Blood twice, and then all of my Allie Hazelwood books. And the Allie Hazelwood series I have from Illumicrate, and then the last one's from Owlcrate. Alright, so down here we have Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows from Owlcrate. My Fallen series, Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, Stephen King. And then over here we have Western Passage Part 1, my Darkly series from Helen Hart, Being Henry, Mile High, and then of course A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stasia Stark. Alright, I know this is kind of hard to see, but over here on the left we have Perfect and House of Beating Wings. Some of these are like my most favorite books of all time. You have Blackbird of the Gallows, Enchanted by Thorns, of course, A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. This series right here, Queen of Roses by Briar Bolin. This series is called Blood of a Fae. It's absolutely amazing. So if you like King Arthur and you like Fae, definitely go pick this up. Queen of Roses is book 1. Court of Claws is 2, Empress of Fae is 3, and then Knight of the Goddess is 4, and it is a finished series. I then have The Vicious Lost Boys from Novel Grounds, which is a bind-up of all of the novellas. I have so many copies of Powerless, it's wild. And then over here we have The Other Side of the Mirror, which I love that book. We have Henry VIII, The Heart and the Crown, because of course I love my Tudors. Dirty Lying Fairies, which I can't wait to get to Dirty Lying Dragons. And then we have The Dark King, and then of course my new favorite, Emmy and the Tudor King by Natalie Murray. The shelf up has some very pretty editions. Of course, here is my Fourth Wing collection that I have. I have turned them around to kind of show the edges and everything. Then we move over here. This is a little spillover of Rebecca Garcia right here. The Fate of Crowns trilogy that I just got in. I just hauled it at the beginning of May. And then that is her Corrupt Shadows, I believe, Kickstarter, the one with the roses. Then we have my Carissa Broadbent. We have Serpent in the Wings of Night. They're from Bookish Box. And then the other two are from Arcane Society. It's Serpent in the Wings of Night and Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. And then I have my indie paperbacks of both books plus 6 Scorched Roses. Here is my Rebecca Garcia Shrine. I love her so, so much. And over here you have some of Shadow Kissed and Midnight Crown, which is book 1 and 2 in that series. And then you have the whole series with all the skulls on it from her Kickstarter. Darkest Heart, which is the 4th book and final book in that series. And then I have like another Midnight Crown and Shadow Kissed. Then you have her first special editions of Fate of Crowns trilogy, and those are still stunning, just like the other ones are. You have Heart of a Witch, which one of them is a special edition, and one of them I think came from a book box. And then you have Spellbound. Spellbound is my favorite standalone in that world. I cannot get enough of Spellbound. And then we have the omnibus, the bind-up of Shadow Kissed, and it is signed as well. All of these are signed by Rebecca. Some of them are personalized to me because I did go to Authors in the Bluegrass a couple years ago, and I got to see her and helped her out a little bit, so she gave me some signed copies. Of course, I paid for them, but she personalized them, and I absolutely love her for that. And then up here we have my A Court of Thorns and Roses shelf. I have the hardbacks and paperbacks of the original ones before she changed them. And then we have just Cassian, just chilling over here. And then up here is House of Sky and Breath. And the one that's turned around right here is the German edition. It's absolutely stunning. And then I did get the Barnes & Noble exclusives of the paperbacks. And I do have the tour edition as well right there on the right. It looks like Hunt is sleeping, so, we need to wake him up. We do have House of Earth and Blood over here. I do have the tour edition that is signed by her. And then I also have House of Flame and Shadow, which I do have the Dutch edition, which I need to fix that because it should not be sprayed out like that. So I'll be fixing that here in a bit. Okay, I fixed it. It looks better. I still need to get the German edition of House of Earth and Blood. Over here is my Cruel Prince and Holly Black shelf. I do have the Owl Crate special editions right there. And then I do have the Lit Joy ones that are annotated. I do have the Stolen Heir and Prisoner's Throne from Illuma Crate. And then, of course, the collector's edition in the black slipcase. And then Carden had to come down here. I didn't have room for him. I could probably move him back up, but this is my Stephenie Meyer shelf. Yes, I am a Twilight girly. I know that if I read them now, I probably would not be a Twilight girly, but, it's nostalgic reasons. And of course, we have all of these ones here. And then I really like this candle that I have. All right, so down here we have some other books that I absolutely love. Yes, I really like Alyssa Sussman's series. And then, of course, we have Prince Harry. We have The Words and the Choice by A. Jade. I cannot wait for The Consequence to come out. I do like 1,000 Heartbeats by Kira Cass. I absolutely loved it. We have Nicole Wells here. She is an indie author. I used to help her with her book tours and things, so I have some signed copies. And the Midlife Magic School actually has me in the acknowledgements, and that is an ARC. She sent me an ARC signed. And then this series by Jamie Schlosser is so good. You need to start with The Fae King's Curse. It has disability representation in there. It's absolutely amazing. And then over here we have, of course, my Blood Orange and Black Rose, and then Black Sunshine and This Blood is Love, all by Karina Halley. We do have the Steamy Lit special edition of Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, and then of course X's and O's by Amy Lee. All right, and then down here we have the Fairy Loot, These Hollow Vows, and These Twisted Bonds. My favorite, Elizabeth Helen. We have Bonded by Thorns and Woven by Gold. And then my Luna Laurier Shrine that is slowly growing. We have the first book of Shadow and Moonlight in the regular edition and the edition that came out before she edited it, the Bookish Box edition, and then the Fabled edition. And then we also have the little novella, which is Tipped in Frost and Blood. And then we have To Ashes and Dust, which is book 2, which I do have pre-ordered through Bookish Box. So I'm just waiting for those to come in. And then we have H.D. Carlton, book 1 and 2 in the Cat and Mouse duet. We have Fairy by Veronica Lancet. There on the left is the Arcane Society one. The one in the middle is the illustrated cover that I got straight from her website. And then the one on the very far end is the one that she did in a book box on her website as well. And then on the last shelf of my red books, we have all of my books from Vela Roth. They are all signed, they're all personalized, and they all have her favorite quote from each book in here. So I can't show you because that would be giving away some spoilers, but I just went on today and pre-ordered Blood, what's it called? Blood Feast, I think, which is book 8, and I am going to be getting it signed and personalized from her, so that will complete this set. Absolutely love this world. Okay, so it is time to move on to these 2 shelves of my unread books. I'm going to go through them as quick as possible because you guys have seen me haul most of these, but I just want to show you what I have. So we'll start up here. So we do have some books on here that I really do want to read. probably sooner rather than later, and that is The Roses and Daggers that has Vela Roth's little book in there. And then also Hollow and Legend by Karina Halley. And then also I really want to read Keeper of the Bees by Meg Castle, which is the second book in that series. And then down here we just have some other ones. We do have some behind here as well. So I'll just go through here quickly. I will be getting rid of this Woven Kingdom. You'll find out why, but I will be getting rid of that. I do have my Probably Smut duet of the Wildfire and Icebreaker series. They haven't done the third one yet because it hasn't came out. And then this, A Crown of Ivy and Glass by Claire Legrand. That is the Bookish box edition. Down here, we have some special editions as well. Legend Chasm is from Litjoy, I believe. And then Stalking Jack the Ripper is from Bookish Box. And then I do have the Bonds That Tie series, which is from Arcane Society. The trilogy from Olivia Wildenstein there on the left is from Arcane Society as well. And then the Emma Ham books are from Bookish Box. Down here, we just have some other ones. We do have the Lore Olympus from Illuma Crate here. The rest of Stasia Stark series. Some Holly Black books over here that I want to read or reread. So there is that shelf. All right, and then down here, we have some of the books that I got from Authors in the Bluegrass over here on the far left. And then the Fortuna Sworn series is from Bookish Box as well. I don't know about Never by Jessa Hastings. I've heard not good reviews about it. It's a beautiful cover, but I just don't know. Why are people not liking it? Maybe I need to read it and find out. Okay, so down here are some of the books that you really just saw me haul in my last haul here. So I'll just kind of go over them a little slow because they were just in my last haul. Okay, and then on to the next shelf. I have some overflow, so I'll move those over to see behind them. But here's what we have. And again, you probably saw me haul the majority of these. I do have the indie paperback of When the Moon Hatched because I have not read it yet. And I feel like I need to because everybody is saying that it's like one of their favorite books of all time. So I'm curious. All right, so here are these books right here that were just in my recent haul. So I'm going to move those over to show you what is behind here. You probably didn't see some of these, but I do have some books that I really want to get to. One reason why I'm showing you guys my bookshelves as well, because I know I've had so many people ask me to see them, but I also need your help on helping me pick out which books should I pick out whenever I'm restocking my cart. Actually, I don't even think I showed you this shelf over here. I'm just now looking. These are read, or these are unread. I'm sorry. They're either on here because I either want to reread them, like a lot of my Casey Bond books that I just hauled, or that I need to read all together. So I didn't show you that one. I apologize. Okay, so back on over here. So we're going to go ahead and move up to the next shelf. Okay, so we have the original paperbacks of the T.M. Hart series. I still have some Liz Tomford. I want to get caught up on the Kindred Curse saga, the Glow of Everflame and Heat of the Everflame right there. These books I did just get hauled in, so I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time on those, but let me show you what is behind them. Okay, so behind them is just some of these books that I have hauled somewhat recently. and some that I've had sitting on my shelf forever. I really want to read The Goodbye Cat so bad. It is recently just translated from Japanese, I think, so I really want to read that. And then I'm going to show you these books because I have too many up here, but these are just hauled as well. And then this Crowns of Oaths and Curses right here is from Bookish Box. All right, I'm going to move those to show you the next shelf. Okay, so here is that shelf. I know that it's kind of dark. That's the Honey and Ice, the Court of Honey and Ice, I think, or Honey and Ash. That is from Bookish Box. And then we do have these. I really want to read some Lucy Score, so I do have those back there. But that is that shelf. All right, the second to last shelf, you have my Shatter Me series from Fairy Loot. I didn't get the part 2 of it, which finishes out the series, so I need to find those at hopefully not a horrible priced up. We have the Ever King and the Ever Queen. And then this Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling is the indie copy, and you cannot find it anywhere because it just got traditionally published and they have taken it off. You can't even read it as an ebook. So I'm happy I have that because at least I can read it before it gets republished. And then the final shelf is this one up here. The Unmaking of June Farrow is Owl Crates, I think. And then just some special editions. Ashes of Chaos and Flames of Chaos by Amelia Hutchins is from Arcane Society. And then that is my entire bookshelf. I know that I have some stuff on top, but it's just some candles and stuff that is themed, like A Court of Thorns and Roses. I do have my husband and I's wedding cake topper. We're gamers, and we met on Call of Duty Black Ops. That's what you see on the screen back there. And there's just so many good details on there. We've been married almost 9 years, and I have it in that because I don't want dust to collect on it. But anyway, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time. Bye.